racing fans, and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. And we keep saying it on the show, you are the punter, you're entitled to shop around. And if you're watching the show for the first time, and maybe you're a punter that doesn't use World Sports Betting, well, visit the website. It's user-friendly, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with the odds that are available when compared to other fixed odds betting operators. I always say it on the show, a leader in the fixed odds betting market, but number one, numero uno in the anti-post betting market. This weekend show on Trackside, well, I've had a look at the weekend's program, and it's a busy weekend when it comes to South African horse racing. We got two race meetings on Saturday. That will be Turpentine alongside Kenilworth, and then on Sunday we move to the capital, Scottsville in Pietermaritzburg. And when I had a look at the three race cars, I picked out four horses, and as usual we'll give you two trebles that will be up on the World Sports Betting menu. And those trebles, well, you can shop around. You're not going to get better odds anywhere in town for those two trebles. But let's begin. And the first of our four horses for this weekend will come up at Turpentine, and that will be race number one, a horse called Bucks Fizz. Now, Ashley Fortune's stable is in exceptionally good form. They continue to have winners on a weekly basis, and here they got a son of soft falling rain, who after a fair introduction, I thought it was a good debut, went third behind Quantum King. The improvement was there in a big way at his second start. He ran a close-up, and he could have actually won that race, but he had to settle for second behind Stuart Pettigrew's runner called Wafif. Now, the form of that run, if you missed racing on Thursday, I can tell you at Turpentine, the winner, Wafif, ran a good third behind Valdoshe and Funky Music, and Valdoshe was a strongly fancied favorite on the day, so that was a good run from Wafif. And then third in that race was Golden Aspen, and Golden Aspen came out to run a very good second behind another odds-on favorite on Thursday called Sister Light. So that form was certainly enhanced on Thursday at Turpentine. And when I'll have a look at this field, I'll obviously barring the unknowns in the race, the first timers, it just looks like the right field for Bucks Fizz to get the job right. And if he just continues to improve, having his third start now, I think he'll be hard to beat. So that's race one, horse number 6, Bucks Fizz. Our second horse will come up at Kenilworth, and that's going to be in race number 3. And this horse is trained by Justin Snate. His name is Double Superlative, and when this individual debuted, Justin had 3 runners in that field, and we're touching on those 3 runners. Second in that race was a horse called Coffee Break, who has since come out to win. It was then, of course, Double Superlative running third. The second in that race was Coffee Break, I mentioned. Third in that race was this individual. And then a horse called Debonair, who was 5th in that race, came out to win as a subsequent winner as well. And then you can also add to that form line a horse called Travel Master from the Brett Crawford stable. So that form line is looking good. They decided that they're going to give this horse a 3 months break after that introduction behind Mr. Frosty. And if he's anywhere near 80-90% ready, I think of the race runners, if there's nothing, forward, ready, or special of the first timers, of the race runners, he does make the most appeal in black and white. And Richard Fourie obviously will ride for trainer Justin Snate. And I just feel the strength of that form line behind Mr. Frosty, which we touched on, the fact that he's been given some time off just to maybe strengthen up, mature, freshen up. It looks the right type of race for Double Superlative. So he's going to be the second of our 4 runners for the weekend. And I mentioned there are 2 horses that I like at Scottsville on Sunday, and the first of those 2 runners will be a drive-by for Garrett Frenzel. Now here's another stable that's doing superbly well in KZN, and they continue to have winners. This horse, Drive By, the daughter of Rafif, well, she certainly showed that her first two starts were not her form, because they put a pair of blinkers on and she was coming off a 4-month break. And what a performance from her. She nearly pulled it off. I know it was a big result for first and second, with the family favorite winning, and was a huge exactor as well. But the fact is, the improvement was there, and it seems like the blinkers have helped this filly in a big way. And she now gets the services of a jockey that's absolutely flying. What a start to the season Warren Kennedy has. I just had a look at the NHA statistics, and I think he had 40 winners in the first month traveling around the country. That's our Warren Kennedy, who is from KZN, and he's already won a South African championship, and hopefully he can go for it and do it again. And the way he's going, Warren, I certainly think he is the man to beat in the jockey's title. But coming back to Drive By, the draw is a good one. She's having a second run back. I think that last start would have brought her on as well. And you know, whilst there looks to be just one other horse in the race that has some form, a filly called Leopard Lady, I just feel this filly, Drive By, I'm hoping she can confirm that improvement with the blinkers, and I think she will be the filly to beat. And then our second of our horses comes up in race number 4, and this is Duncan Howells teaming up with jockey Muzi Yerni, as he usually does when he comes down to KZN. And this filly's name is Lucky Miss. Now, she was quietly fancied on debut, and you must watch the replay of, in fact, watch the replay of both the starts if you got some time. She was just slow away first time out, lost for most of the race. Her mind was never on the job, and she only started to make progress over the final 400 meters. And then last time out, well, it was a similar type of run. But I want to touch on that debut performance and the form line behind Twice As Fast. The winner from the Shane Humby stable has since come out to win again, most recently at Greyville with The Apprentice. And third in that race was Baby Africa, who's also come out to win. And if you go further down that form line, 5 lengths back was Humdinger, and she won her next start. And that was a good win from Humdinger as well from at the course. And then the last start behind Mariah, well, this filly Lucky Missed, after that debut, it was straight into a Group 2 for the 2-year-olds, and she wasn't disgraced behind Mariah, who's also since come out to win again. So that form line's looking good, it's looking bright, and Auntie Lizzie coming out to win from that form line behind Mariah last time out. And there was also a horse called Crimson Causeway, Gavin Finzel's runner, that came out to run third behind Here Comes the Rain and Iron Tail, that was second in that race. So the form lines are looking good. The fact that she was feature tested as a juvenile in that Group 2 debutante stakes, and now she's back in maiden company. I think the distance is what she's looking for. The way she's been racing, I mentioned both the starts. If you can watch the replay, do so. She's just been sluggish out the gates, lost, green, awkward for most of the way. And then she only starts up her engine when the race is over. In fact, she just starts going at the final 200-300 meters. So I think now that she's going over 1400 meters, that's going to suit her ideally. And the damn well, she won 4 times from 1200 up to 1600 meters. So she's actually looking for a trip, this filly number 5, Lucky Miss. And she is going to be the play of the 4 runners for this weekend. And those 4 horses will come up as 2 trebles on the World Sports Betting website. And playing around those trebles, it's going to be Bucks Fizz, Double Superlative, and the 2 horses on Sunday will be race number 1, Drive By, and race number 4, Lucky Miss. And those trebles will certainly be up on the World Sports Betting menu. And that's a wrap of our show, and I wish you all the best over this weekend. I mentioned the busy weekend, lots to look forward to if you're a racing fan, and hopefully you can find all the winners and make it a profitable weekend as well. And as always, on behalf of World Sports Betting, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially to to you, the valued customer. Thank you very much for your support. Until next week, you take care. From the Trackside team, brought to you by World Sports Betting, Salani Gashle.